What's your bag? What did you choose for today?
So this is the Bvlgari Chanel collaboration bag.
I love the same one in black.
Did you? I love this bag.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So we are at King's Cross at the moment and we are gonna wait for Steph from Handbag. First thing, I need a coffee. This is my new best friend, guys. And I got this little beauty with me today. It's brown sugar oat shake and espresso. Okay, so why are we here today? Well, we are invited to a YouTube event. It's my first YouTube event at the Google offices. And I was like, wow, I'm a big shout out to the YouTube team. Thank you so much for inviting me. Honestly, I would have never thought that they would think of me. I mean, look, we're in King's Cross. I love King's Cross, so beautiful. It's like the Harry Potter location, right? So because obviously, let's be honest, like I'm not the biggest YouTuber, right? I'm still pretty small. So I'm really happy that they were like even considering me, and we're just waiting for Steph now, and then we're gonna go and we're actually gonna see Victoria from In the Fro today. I mean, she's such an icon, right? And I think she's gonna give a talk, so let's see what we can learn from her. Guys, I found her. And you look absolutely fantastic. It's such a beautiful day.
It is so nice.
It was difficult to find you in King's Cross.
Yes, I was going the wrong way.
I was like, just come to Starbucks, that's where you find me nowadays. So we're just gonna try and find the entrance to the Google offices now. How exciting is this?
I'm so excited.
Me too. What do we expect from today?
I don't know. I'm just so excited to see Victoria from In the Fro.
Same. I think we can learn a lot from her.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go. We are here. We just walked past, and what was our reaction? There she goes. Let me go as well, guys. Ooh. Hello. B-roll footage. Look at this, guys. First time for me. For you as well, right?
Yeah, me too, yeah.
To be in the Google offices. Wow, exciting. We're here, fashion and beauty at YouTube. Cheers, guys. We just arrived. Steph is still getting her little badge. I got mine. And this is the location. Cheers. So here we are. Let's see if we see any familiar faces later on. Shorts, guys. Is this actually something that you watch, or are you still sticking to the longer formats on YouTube?
Such a pleasure to have you. So Ruby, as I mentioned, she's one of our shorts creators. She's done incredibly well, just crossed the 100,000 subscribers mark.
Pose and repeat about 4 years ago, I think, and I started my YouTube channel about a year later. And yeah, so I've always been kind of interested in fashion and beauty, styling and everything like that, so I kind of focus my content on that.
Yeah, I guess I better introduce myself for anyone that hasn't seen my channels. So I guess I've been doing this 10 years. I started with my blog inthefro.com like 10 years ago, and then I got a YouTube channel maybe about 8 months later, just because I was so obsessed with the whole YouTube world. So I thought, right, I better get onto there, get some videos, show people what I actually sound like and look like properly, because you can't really get that kind of feel from a blog. And then obviously I started all the other channels, so I've kind of been doing this 10 years. Alex Whitlock, I haven't seen Alex in 12 years. And now, check you out at Burberry. Tell us about your role at Burberry.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you.
Yes, I've been doing it 10 years now, 10 years this year. So I feel like, to be honest, I feel like a bit of a dinosaur. Some of you guys are probably so kind of like new and like you've been doing this a few years and like loving it, and I just feel like I'm so kind of like OG old at this point. But I still really enjoy it. I absolutely love what I do. I'm very passionate about it still. I'm very much obsessed with it, which I think is a good thing. I think you've got to have a lot of passion for this career to do it constantly and to kind of keep your head above water, really. An exciting time as well, because obviously I started YouTube and blogging and the whole social thing when there was no money in it, and there was no prospect of money in it. So I did it entirely for passion and because I just wanted to like write and make videos. So when suddenly like AdSense suddenly started to become a thing and brand deals came in, it was like, what? There's actually like money in this, and yeah, so it was amazing. And it, obviously the industry has only just like boomed. It just went a bit crazy, like 2012, 2013, 2014, it just spiraled. And now, I mean, it's even bigger than ever. I mean, now you've got all of these other channels, when back then it was YouTube, a little bit of Instagram, in 2010, and then obviously these other things have come ever since. I think any brands that really make you feel like you're part of that brand and like bring you in like a family member is really amazing. So for example, like Armani will dress me for their shows, they'll take me to Venice Film Festival, they make me feel like one of their celebrities, you know, they really make you feel like you're part of it, even though obviously I'm just an influencer, I'm not Kate Blanchett, but you know, they make me feel like I'm welcome and, you know, and that I'm part of the team, and yeah, it becomes this like 360 approach, and then you really appreciate that kind of thought that they've gone into. I would say, well, first of all, I'd say consistency, but I know that most of us already do that, and then it's like, well, I'm posting every day and not seeing any results, so I get that vibe. But equally, I think it's creating content that you want to see. And there's been times in the past where I've kind of fallen into traps where there's like trends, or there's something that seems to be like the main thing to do, like the zeitgeist at the time or something, and I kind of get into that, and then I'm like, I don't even want to watch this, so why am I making it? And you fall into that trap. So as long as you're making something that you would then want to watch and you're excited to watch back, then I think that your audience will like that, rather than just creating anything for the sake of it, for the sake of trend or for the sake of new followers. Like, you've got to enjoy it. And especially now in such a saturated space, like it's so saturated, it's a lot harder to grow, it's a lot harder to kind of get views these days across channels. And it's harder to kind of get the audience's attention than it ever was before. So as long as you're creating quality content that you really enjoy yourself, you enjoy making in the first place, then hopefully your audience will enjoy that as well.
Hi.
Hi.
In terms of brand deals, did you start to outreach to brands, or did they just start approaching you? Like, how did that start off?
Yeah, okay, that's a big one. Okay, I would say a bit of both. A lot of times brands will come into me, or my team. Always helps to have your email address on your platforms somewhere. But equally, again, like I just said, it's so saturated now, and there are so many amazing creators. I mean, you must find this, that suddenly someone will pop up you've never seen before, and you're like, wait, where have they been? And it's literally because you've never been served them before, or maybe they don't follow someone you follow, and therefore the algorithm says, oh, you might like this person. So sometimes you've kind of got to get yourself in front of eyeballs, whereas sometimes I feel you fall into that trap and feeling of like, why doesn't this brand see me? Why don't they notice me? When actually I think the industry now is much more about networking and getting to know people and getting in front of brands and eyeballs more than ever before. I don't think you can rely on just waiting for the emails to come in, because they might not roll in the same way they ever would before. So yeah, you should be getting some emails in, especially if you've got a good management team. I could talk about that as well for days, but as long as you've got a good management team, or you've got someone on your team or yourself that is kind of, you know, working on emails and that kind of thing, but also be outreaching to people and getting to know people.
Yeah, looks like she's quite busy. I don't know if we still get to talk to her.
What's your bag? What did you choose for today? So this is the Bvlgari Chanel collaboration bag.
I got the same one of black.
Did you? I love this bag. It's so great when it's changed my hand. Alexander McQueen suits, Balmain top, Dior heels.
I know, I saw them. I was like, they are amazing.
Firstly, obviously, shoppable video. So this is a way that you can tag, where you can promote either your own products or external products directly in your videos, with just a few additional steps at the upload process. So we know a lot of you have created your own brands and your own products, and you might already be using the merch shelf.
Okay guys, so what a day.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
It was amazing. We met a lot of people. Victoria was lovely. I think we learned a lot from her. However, guys, the most exciting news I think is that actually we're gonna get YouTube shopping.
Yep.
So everything we tell you about all the time, we can actually link now directly through YouTube, and you can find it easily. Like all the jumpsuits that you wanted to know where I got them from, and the dresses. So
Yeah.
right?
It's going to be amazing.
What else did we learn?
What else did we learn? We learned a little bit about brand partnerships and YouTube shorts, so bringing you guys like more inspiration on how we sell our bags.
Exactly.
60-second clips that
Yeah.
you can repurpose.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, join our little handbag obsessed family here because we all do have the same luxury disease. Yes, we do. And there's Google again. Okay, we're gonna have some food now, right?
Yes, I'm so hungry.
Bye.
Bye guys.